Alright, y'all. We need to talk. Let me fix this real quick. Yo, what up, everybody? It's your boy Fitzbug TV here, aka GLauren33, and I'm back here with another video on the channel for y'all. Today, we're talking Avengers Endgame, and we're primarily talking about Black Widow. Alright? Talk about Black Widow because her situation after Endgame, it's kind of confusing. Alright? Kind of confusing. Alright, and I just want to let you guys know there will be spoilers in this video for Endgame, so if you haven't seen the movie yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. You know, the movie's amazing. Best MCU film by far. It's breaking records at the box office. It made $1.2 billion at the box office this weekend, a new record, and it's going to break a lot more over the next couple weeks. But as good as Endgame is, there are some problems I have with the film. First of all, the timeline situation, it's all, you know, it can be a little confusing. So I'll do a video on that in the next couple of days. Also, one of my only things I don't like about the film is I'm not a big fan of the whole Thor being fat. It's funny. Thor is really funny in this movie. I'm just not that, you know, interested in seeing a fat Thor going forward, because we're most likely going to see Chris Hemsworth play Thor again in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Hopefully they return him to normal, but hey, it is what it is. And Black Widow. Black Widow's played by Scarlett Johansson. If you guys didn't know, Black Widow is my favorite female here in the MCU. You know, one of the things I hate that, you know, you have that epic final battle scene with all the Avengers going up against Thanos' army. And, you know, there's a part where you see all the female heroes. You see the Wasp, you see Okoye, you see Shuri, you see Captain Marvel, you see Wanda, you see Pepper, you know, you see Mantis, etc., etc. You see all these female heroes, and then you don't see Black Widow. And it makes me sad because she's the one that started it all. For so many years, Black Widow was the only female hero in the MCU. But then when it comes to the biggest battle scene in the history of superhero movies, you know, she's not even there. She's not there because they kill her midway through the movie. They kill her about halfway through. And it's one of the saddest parts. For me, it's the saddest part after, you know, Iron Man's death. For me, you know, Iron Man, everyone knows Iron Man's my favorite hero. Black Panther would go second. Black Widow would go third. And then etc., etc., etc. And, you know, it's so tough. And one of the things that bothers me is Black Widow was promoted so much in the marketing for this movie. And there were so many of her scenes that you saw in the TV spots, in the trailers, that they didn't even put in the actual movie. I don't know if there'll be deleted scenes once the movie comes out. But, you know, we saw scenes of her, you know, training, hitting punching bags, you know, practicing, you know, her shooting skills. And none of those scenes are even in the final cut of the movie. You know, Black Widow, she gets her spotlight early on in the film. You know, after the Avengers, after Thor kills Thanos, then they do the 5-year time skip. You see all the Avengers, they're off doing their own thing. They're trying to move on as best as they can. But you see Black Widow, she's like the only one still at the Avengers compound. She's the only one still living there. She's talking with, and it looks like she's like director of S.H.I.E.L.D. in a way. She's talking with some of the other Avengers that are scattered across the planet, like Captain Marvel and Rhodey and Rocket and Nebula, etc., etc. But you can see she's, you know, she's still, after 5 years after the snap, she's still taking it really hard. Really hard. And, you know, her part of the film, her character arc is she wants to do whatever it takes to bring everyone back. And when she sacrifices herself for the Avengers to get the Soul Stone, it hurts for a couple reasons. One, it's like they're telling you, and this is no disrespect to Hawkeye in a way, it's like you know, they're telling you that Hawkeye is more important. Hawkeye has more to live for than Black Widow. It's like that's what they're telling you. Because 8 out of 10 times, I believe if you ask people, they would prefer Black Widow to live and Hawkeye to die in that situation. Alright? Because people love Black Widow. and the way she's been booked and written throughout the MCU, it's been, I would say, you know, inconsistent at times. We saw her in Iron Man 2, and a lot of people don't like the way she was in Iron Man 2 because they focus way too much on her sexuality and not enough of what Black Widow's known for and being a badass agent. And that's the part we love because we get to see a lot more of that in, the Winter Soldier and the first Avengers, etc., etc. And then in Age of Ultron, they try to give Black Widow that, romantic relationship with Hulk, which they kind of, they tie up that story here in Endgame. But still, man, you know, and even after Black Widow sacrifices herself to get the Soul Stone, when Hawkeye goes back and tells everyone that she sacrificed herself instead of him, you could see it takes a toll on the team, but they don't really spend a lot of time on it. They spend a couple minutes on it, and then they move on to Hulk using the gauntlet to bring everyone back, and it's frustrating because she's one of the OG Avengers. She's one of the first Avengers, the founders, and I feel like they didn't give her enough big moments. We don't even see Black Widow fight anybody in this movie. We really don't. Other than that 30 seconds she's fighting with Hawkeye to decide who's gonna sacrifice themselves for the Soul Stone. That's the only action we see of Black Widow in this entire film. And it hurts my soul because I know, yes, the Black Widow movie is going to be great when we get that next year. And, that will be Scarlett Johansson's moment to finally shine in the spotlight. But in the build-up, she's been a big part of the MCU for nearly 10 years. She's been in, 7 movies, I believe, playing the character, and I feel like she just doesn't have enough big moments because the writers have not allowed her to get that. And it's disappointing in a way. Because we love her so much, but they just haven't done justice to the character, in my opinion. Alright? And you guys can disagree with me all you want in the comment section. That's just the way I personally feel. When Tony asks, while they're all, mourning over Black Widow's death, Tony asks, did she have any family? And Cap goes like, yeah, us. Black Widow herself said this. She said earlier in the film, I used to have nothing, but then I got this family, which became the Avengers, and it just sucks so much because they really didn't do justice by her character in this film. They really did. She's one of the OG Avengers, and she dies halfway through the film. She doesn't even get to see all her friends, everyone, all the other Avengers come back. She doesn't even get to fight alongside them in the final battle against Thanos. Instead, she's gone because they make it clear that anybody that dies for the Soul Stone is gone. All right, is gone, and we see this with Gamora because yes, we saw Gamora at the end, but that's 2014 Gamora. That's just a Gamora from a different timeline, and they'll probably expand on that more when we get Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. And, it's a little confusing in a way because I want to trust Marvel. I trust Kevin Feige. They've done such a great job. They've done very little, there's a very small amount of flaws they've done in the 11 years of Marvel Studios. But I feel like the way Black Widow's character has been written in some of these movies is just one of their flaws. And I hope they do justice, and I believe they will do justice for the character in her movie next year. But still, man, it does hurt. Because the way I thought they were going to do it, I thought that they were going to go and... Because I'm a lot of people, almost nobody predicted that Black Widow was going to die. And that's one of the way I guess the Russo brothers, surprise you. What you think's going to happen, they do the opposite of, in a way. And what I thought is Black Widow was going to survive the film, and then what was going to happen because, Tony died, Captain America retired, since, so many of these, the original Avengers are moving on. I thought that what they were going to do is, yes, she has her solo movie coming up in Phase 4, and what they're going to do is, eventually in a couple of years, whenever they do the next Avengers film, whatever it is with the new Avengers, they were going to have Black Widow be the leader. Because, yes, the Avengers is her family. And since all the original Avengers are no longer there, because we don't know what's going to happen with Hulk. Hawkeye's with his family, and the rest have moved on, in a way. What I thought they were going to do is somehow, some way, they're gonna need that alpha leader. They're gonna need that, that old guard in a way. Somebody to lead them that knows the ropes of this. And Black Widow would be the perfect way. It would finally give her that spotlight that she's deserved for so many years now. But it looks like they're going a different direction. I don't know. I feel like something's gonna happen. The Black Widow movie, I believe, even if it's a prequel, what I think they're gonna do is either it's gonna set up a future MCU character, maybe a future Avenger, or it's gonna somehow bring Black Widow back. And I don't know how that would happen. I don't even think, or I don't even know if that is even possible. But I'm gonna wait till the Black Widow movie, to reserve judgment. Hopefully they do something for the character. All right, because yes, even though her sacrificing herself for the Soul Stone, it's a noble sacrifice and it makes sense for the character. I feel like they could have done a lot more and gave her a way better payoff. And hopefully this is the end. Because I love Scarlett Johansson so much. I love her as Black Widow. She's so amazing. But hopefully this is the end for her. Because she deserves better. She's the first female here in the MCU. And she deserves better. Especially for the fact that she wasn't in that scene, in that final battle at the end. It really hurts that she wasn't there. It's one of my only gripes with the entire film. Other than that, that's about all I got for you guys today. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. How did you guys... what was your guys' thoughts on the way that Black Widow was handled in Endgame? Did you like it? Did you not? Is this the end for the character? Let's talk about this in the comment section. I'll have way more videos talking about the MCU coming in the next couple of days. I believe we might be getting a Spider-Man Far From Home trailer either this week or next week. Now that Endgame is here, we're slowly, even though Endgame's going to rule the box office for the next couple of months, we're slowly going to start transitioning into Spider-Man Far From Home when that drops early July, which is only about 2 months away. We're only about 2 months away from Spider-Man Far From Home, which is kind of crazy to think about. But can't wait. I'll make sure to update you on everything going on with the MCU. If we get any major Black Widow movie news, I'll let you guys know about that. Other than that, that's all I got for you guys today. I'll see you guys later. Have a great day, guys. Peace.